Hey, what's up, Projection Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Not going to take up too much of your time today. When it comes to talking and things like that on the internet, and especially our community, there's people that have opinions about stuff, opinions about cards, opinions about what people do with cards, money, all that stuff, right? And as a result, a lot of people that make videos and things get criticism, such as myself. I'm not immune to criticism. I do a lot of criticism, but I get a ton of things said about me as well. There's tons of valid criticism. There's tons of invalid criticism that I think is absolutely just not necessary and has no point or valid. We're going to be talking about that one today. I definitely received a little bit of criticism that I truly don't really understand why that's the route someone wants to take. They're welcome to it. They can say whatever the hell they want. It just makes them look really stupid, especially the irony in the situation. I'll get to that here in a second. But I've received all types of criticism, like I'm loud, I'm obnoxious, I'm full of myself, I'm pretentious. There's some truth to a little bit of it, but definitely some of it's not true. And then every once in a while, you just get criticism like this. Apparently, this applies to anybody in the Pokemon space. If you have rooms and stuff that looks like that, that's a little piece of criticism I get too. My room, because I'm actually into Pokemon. I like collecting stuff. Oh no, that title is not clickbait at all. I do indeed own Dr. Pearpod, but
Now, I don't know anything about Pokemon. Absolutely nothing. I've never held a Pokemon card. I absolutely know nothing about Pokemon, right?
yeah, so let's keep that in mind as this criticism comes forward. This person knows nothing about Pokemon, has never held a Pokemon card, and they're speaking from the purest point of their heart and their opinions. Let's keep that in mind as this goes forward.
But when I see these Pokemon people, like this guy, this opossum bud,
Hey, that's me. That's what they're talking about right here, me. But notice how he said these Pokemon people. And I'm going to assume this person's not sexist, so I'm going to say that they mean a lot of different people, not just necessarily men, women, adults generally in this space, right? If your room kind of looks like this, if you collect Pokemon things, if you like Pokemon Funkos, if you like Pops, if you like the actual plushies, if you like cards, if you like figures, if you just like the hobby of Pokemon, this applies to you, by the way.
I don't know anything about Pokemon. Absolutely nothing. I've never held a Pokemon card. I absolutely know nothing about Pokemon, right? But when I see these Pokemon people, like this guy, this opossum bud, I don't think there's any explanation that can make it acceptable for an adult man to have a room looking like that. And the only thing that I know of in this world that allows a man to put himself in that position is because he's a pedophile and he's trying to groom children into being his friend. Oh, come be my friend. I mean, what the hell is it? What is this freaking Pokemon stuff? As far as I'm concerned, we should ban it just from the fact that adults have rooms like that make themselves look so much like pedophiles. They should be banned.
So, come be my friend. This person already has the script written out that he would do if he. So this person has no reason to think why anybody who collects Pokemon would do it for any other reason other than to be a groomer or a Minecraft YouTuber. That's the only reason somebody could even possibly do this stuff. Not for the fact that someone likes to collect Pokemon cards. Not for the fact that someone likes Pokemon. It's their childhood hobby. They stuck with it throughout the years. He can't fathom anything else. The only thing in his mind and what he would do if he had actually picked up a Pokemon card, the only reason he would ever collect Pokemon cards, this person, this individual, this fine person making this video, the only reason they could see someone doing this and it be acceptable by any stretch of the imagination is if they were a groomer. So I don't know, man. This reeks of projection to me. This reeks of you have things that you kind of want to discuss, or maybe you have some skeletons in your closet because that's the only reason you could see collecting this stuff. I just like collecting Pokemon. No kids are allowed in here, by the way. If some kid messed up this stuff in the back, if they got their snotty fucking jelly fingers all over this stuff, I would be highly upset. If there was some kid just flipping through my good binders, after a PB&J, just going that stuff, I don't want any kids in here, okay? I don't know about you, Mr. Michael Jackson card collection. I thought this was satire at first, because if you look at the background, there's just a Michael Jackson card right there, and nothing speaks poetry about calling someone like a groomer or a PDF when you have probably the most famous trial of someone allegedly being a PDF in the background. That's your collection. They collect all kinds of this stuff, right? They are purely basically a Michael Jackson card person. They've levied criticism at Rattle and the sports card community commentators such as Dan the Cardman and IIH. Excuse me, AIH. I didn't mean that. AIH. IAH. AIH Sports, excuse me. He levied criticism against them for being like a little good old boys club. They don't want to talk about each other. They don't have any criticism. That shit doesn't work on me, obviously, because I've made criticisms about my friends here, and I've told them to, hey, you're doing something real stupid. That shit doesn't work against me. None of that stuff actually does. So the only thing this person can say back to me is, look at this dude's room. it's full of Pokemon stuff. That must mean they're a PDF. That's literally the only criticism when it's mad projection coming from the owner of Michael Jackson cards. I mean, their whole wall is full of them. Hey, man, you got any other cards back there? You got like the old Diddler Special. You got some Jared Fogle cards in there, too. You got the Jared Fogle 101. You got the SSR, the super short print R. Kelly cards back there. You got the Minecraft YouTuber fucking trading card set. What do you got back there? I'm just saying, if that's the actual logic that we're going to imply through this. I mean, the Michael Jackson cards really ain't doing your case. Anybody who has any kind of opinions here and you want to have criticism towards me, that's perfectly fine. I mean, even the stupid bullshit. Hey, I don't agree with a lot of this garbage, but I'll fight for your right to say whatever you want, dude. It's just, that's some major projection coming from somebody being like, the only reason I could see someone collecting Pokemon cards and Pokemon stuff and having a room full of Pokemon stuff is because they're just a fucking weirdo. Meanwhile, me, the normie over here with my Michael Jackson cards, the most famous person possibly alleged of being a PDF, I'm going to collect those, and I'm going to have no sense of irony or satire in this whatsoever holding that stuff. It's just really funny. And I asked if it was satire because I thought it had to have been, and they said, no, this is just what it is. I just don't like your room. Well, if you just don't like my room, that's okay. That's fine. Hey, keep making your videos, dog. Keep doing that old thing. But I mean, it's real funny coming from someone with this caliber of a collection as well, since we want to levy what people collect and what people choose to do as indicators of what some person is, right? And maybe take a look in a mirror. The man in the mirror. I know you like the Michael Jackson stuff. That's a little reference there for it. That's all I got. Appreciate it, Virgin. See you later. Keep that criticism a-flowing, big dog.